Hello, hello, everyone. That's right. It is art night here at the Headmaster's homeroom. Just like to welcome everybody to the show. Hello, hello. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday night. You guys are in for a treat tonight. Everybody, let's say hello to all of our wonderful guests. Hello to everyone over there on Rumble. It's so nice to see everyone over there. Artist Corner family in the house. Hello to all of our Pilled viewers as well. It is so great to have you guys here. Hello to all of our X viewers. Nice to see you. And hello to all of our YouTube viewers that's new to the family. Welcome, welcome. It's art night tonight. I'm so glad everyone is here to join me. Everybody, do me a favor. Make sure we're hitting those buttons, right? Hit those likes, follows, share, share, share. We want everybody to know how wonderful our guest is tonight. And thank you guys for helping to support the show. All right, you guys, you are in for a treat. I'm telling you, I love it when one of my Artist Corner family members comes on the show, especially when I bug them because I want them to come on so much. And yes, we got him here tonight, everybody. We all know him over there in the corner as TVBare, but we are having our wonderful Artist Corner family member, Terry Randall, is in the house. That is right. He is a gifted photographer and a keen observer of life. Terry captures the quiet beauty and powerful stories found in nature, historic buildings, churches, and intimate close-up moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. Based in the Truman Lake and the Lake of the Ozarks region in Missouri, Terry's work is known through Osage Plains Images. He reflects a deep love of country, land, and heritage. His photography invites us to slow down, look closer, and appreciate the remarkable details woven into everyday life. He is an inspiration within our Artist Corner community and a master of seeing and storytelling through the lens. Everyone, please do me my favor and welcome my dear guest tonight, Terry Randall. Hello,
Hello.
hello. How are you?
Just pretty good today.
I'm so glad. Well, welcome so much to the show. It's so great to have you here and your friends.
Ollie, be still.
And welcome, Holly. It's so nice to have you.
Yeah.
I love it. I've got one next to me too, though. Nice.
He's
So,
been
Terry,
barking
tell
all
us.
day.
I got several questions for you. The first one is how did you come up with TV Bear? Tell us about that.
Uh, that's everybody in my family from the oldest to the youngest. First initial.
Oh, and nice.
So it's,
That's really cool. It's always kind of neat how you guys
yeah,
choose those names. That is
yeah.
awesome.
Terry,
Very
Vicky,
awesome.
Becky, Andrew, Rachel, and Emily.
That is so cool. Isn't that awesome, everyone? I love that. That is really cool. I always wonder how you guys get those wonderful names. Yes, Sound of the Last Trumpet. You might know her, right?
Yeah.
That's right, JJ. We love you. Thank you guys for welcoming him to the show. Tell us how you got into this world of photography because you are truly gifted.
Uh, it just kind of just became a natural where we live. We see there's wildlife around all the time, and I just decided that I wanted to take get a record of it so I could show people the variety of wildlife that we have.
You know, I think so many of us just go through life and don't stop to take a moment and go, look what is around me. Look at that old building, or look at that moment in, in the sky, or look at that
Yep.
wonderful, beautiful flower, or whatever. And you have that wonderful eye that says, stop. I see, I've got the artist eye. I'm going to stop and take advantage of what, this beautiful, I always call God the ultimate artist, but what he has literally created on this wonderful place. And you have such a great eye. It's so fascinating and so wonderful to see your work, my friend.
Thank you.
Do you want, you're welcome. Do you want to start showing off your work? We can get right to it. And so everyone else can see what we are talking about here. All right, let's get
Okay.
going here, everyone. Please give him a follow if you're not following him yet. please go over there and give him a follow over on Truth. TVBare is where you guys can find him. You can find him on X, and you can also find him on Truth at both at the same names. Guys, go give him a follow, right? That's right. Super excited. Thank you guys so much for that. Here we go. And you get to tell us about each photo. Wow. Tell us about this place.
That's one of my favorite places to visit in Missouri. It's in the southeastern part of the state. Uh, Behind the mill is a spring, a rather large spring, and that's an old grist mill. And beautiful scenery, beautiful sound, the sound of the water rushing. I could stay there for hours.
I could too.
It's
I
called
mean,
Alley
just
Mill.
Alley Mill. How
Yeah,
amazing. How
Alley
old is
Mill,
this
and
mill? How old is this mill?
I really don't know. They've done some renovations to it since
Looks
I
old.
was there last, so it's painted and but I would estimate
That
probably 150 years old or more.
wow. That's what I'm talking about, guys. You never know what's in your neck of the woods. I always say go be a tourist in your surroundings because it's moments like these or buildings like these that you might not even know exist in your area. And look at how beautiful this. And I love that you took this. You probably have pictures of this in multiple different seasons, but I like that you shared the fall one with us because I think that that red and orange and yellows complement this beautiful building. Look at how he's able to
Hmm.
capture this. Wow, that is so beautiful. That was a great way to start our show off, guys. Don't you all just want to be there right now? This is a perfect place to go have a quiet moment, maybe a plein air art moment, maybe just a picnic, everybody. But don't you just want to be? Look at that water, too. The beauty that he's captured, even in the water. So amazing. I love this. Great picture. How far are you away from this?
About 5 hours.
Okay, nice. Do you like to travel around?
When we get a chance, we take day trips where we'll go for a couple days and just drive and explore.
I love that. I like to do that kind of stuff too. Especially, when
Hmm.
I'm new to a state, I like to learn it, see what's here, what's around me, because you never know. And whenever there's like a scenic, outlook or something, I'm like, stop. It kind of drove my husband crazy when we were first married because he's always like, it's going to take us forever to get there. I'm like, yeah, you're married to an artist. Of course it is, you know? Oh, this is beautiful. Great job. Nice eye. Tell us about this. This is so rare. Do you see this one, the Eagles?
Uh, Here in Missouri, we have a pretty plentiful eagle population through the winter and the nesting seasons. This was just on my way home from work, and I happened to look over and see there were more eagles than this, but I didn't get them all in the frame. But it's just amazing how they bunch together like this.
Right? Never in my life have I seen maybe more than one, let alone seven. I don't know if you guys can realize, but down in the tree on the left, there's two more. I counted seven. There's, like you said, there's probably more. But this is, I don't know what you call them, a herd, a family, a flock, or whatever, of eagles.
I
Unbelievable. Wow, how in the I just am just amazed that there are so many. We usually see some too in the winter, but do you normally see more than one or two together? That's just what amazes me. I mean, I guess I just have never had that kind of luck, and I've seen bald eagles, guys, but never like this. I just kind of never thought that they
Mhm.
would hang around together in groups. Maybe a female and a male, sure, but I had no idea. No idea. And I'm sure that they are probably just looking for food, hanging around, protecting their little territory. What
Mm-hmm.
an amazing capture. Now, you said that this area normally has eagles, but is this something that you just caught your eye? Like you said, you caught your eye and you had to stop and take the moment? Or were you already kind
Yeah.
of sitting there? Wow.
Yeah, that's you never know what you might see.
That's right. That's right. Cannabis connoisseur, I agree with you. You guys, when you have this situation, you're so busy with exactly what he says here. He's like, nope, their faces are planted in their phones. Look up, people. That's right. Look up, because you are missing out on something amazing like this. I mean, you never know, because and I am a person that is always looking at my surroundings, but I have never been able to capture, or see more than one. And what a majestic image is this. Wow. That is so beautiful. I bet you were just ecstatic seeing this.
Oh yes, and near where I live is close to the Lake of the Ozarks and Truman Reservoir, and they have a lot of eagles nests there and overwinter there and have young. So there's a lot of them in this area.
Wow. You are so fortunate. So blessed. How beautiful is this moment, everybody? Gorgeous piece. Gorgeous photo. See, these are the kind of things I love. Old barns. We have several to look at here tonight, but they are just something that screams to me America, and I'm sure there's old barns that exist out there, but for some reason, you can always find just the most beautiful old barns throughout their country. And I've not been everywhere yet, guys. I've been several places, but I've never seen barns like I do here in the United States. And this is phenomenal. Tell us about this piece.
Again, I was just driving back roads looking for wildlife, and the scene just kind of struck me because of the horizontal lines with the snow and the uh, remainder
Yeah.
of the crop, and then the up and down lines leading into the barn. And the hedgerow. I thought it was just an interesting photo.
Right. I love the way your eye works on this too, because you have to, if you guys, I don't know what kind of camera you're using, and you could tell us here in just a second, but look at how he situated himself so that that bush and those trees are really up front in your focal area, and he is sitting so far. So that's kind of very close with the barn being so far away. It is just really unique. I love that. And you're right. Those lines too. Amazing. You could tell everybody what you take these photos with. Do you just use your phone, or do you have a camera?
No, I use a Canon. I've got two, uh, a Canon uh, SXI and a Canon T3. So I've got two. They're actually pretty old. They're about 15 years old now, but they still take
They
good
were.
pictures.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. This is just so beautiful. Don't you guys love it? I think that is absolutely phenomenal. You have such an amazing eye capturing these moments. What does your wife think about this? Is she like, all right, is she into photography too, or does she just know you by now that you're going to stop and grab these moments?
She just it's she doesn't really take the pictures herself much, but she's kind of got the same eye that I have in spotting wildlife and different things. So she's a good partner to have along on our drives.
Nice. Nice. That's right. I think so too. Absolutely phenomenal. Look at this. How many of you guys would just think, you know, I think this is just amazing. It's kind of falling apart. It's very rustic. You can just see some of the red coming through this, you know, and this beautiful snow. But oh yeah, our TVBare, doesn't he? He's like, stop! I gotta take a picture of this. Tell us where we are, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Is this close to you or just one
Absolutely.
of your drive?
This is, pardon me?
Oh, I just said, tell us about this picture.
Uh, this is an old barn next to a house that my wife lived in when she was a small child for some time. And there was a pair of turkey vultures resting in it, roosting in it for some time. I didn't capture them in this photo, but I believe I may have a couple with turkey buzzards sitting on top.
Wow, that is just amazing. I love these moments, you know, and you can find these. This is something that everybody usually has somewhere in the rural area around them, you know, to stop and again, just grasping these moments. Look at the contrast in here with these amazing trees and the lines of this trees with this beautiful barn that once was, you know, once stood magnificent and still holding strong to some extent, right? But just this amazing. Seeing this red, of course, our wonderful barn
Yeah.
red shining through. I love it. I think this is fantastic. I really like the lines too on the roof where you can see these kind of like lines are coming through that are peeking through from where the pieces have been missing, you know. It gives you this really awesome striped effect going on. Just magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. And I agree with you, Nancy. Look, right? It looks like your grandfather's barn. I don't know about you guys, but my grandfather was a farmer too, so I understand these kind of things. Maybe that's where the love came from. I don't know, but this is awesome, fantastic piece. Oh my god! Now tell me, this must have been a distance lens because I don't know if you could get that close to these guys.
That's shot off of my front porch, down the hill and across the pond, and that was a willow tree on the other side of the pond there on the dam bank. And this was one evening. We have a lot of those around here too. Barred
Really,
owls.
man, I right. I don't know where you live, but man, how nice is that? That is so cool. He's
We
just sitting on his porch, just down the holler. He's
Yep.
wonderful. What he's you have so much wildlife where you live. You must live in a very, not very, but a rural area where they feel comfortable to come and be by you guys. These
Oh
beautiful barn
yes.
owls. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Do you have acreage, Terry?
6 acres.
Yeah, nice. Gives you some privacy and some beautiful
Mostly,
wildlife.
yeah, mostly old growth woods.
That's right. Somebody made a comment. It's like I don't. I wonder how many stray cats you might have around there. Probably not very many, huh?
A few. We get a few of them.
Really,
They, yeah, people dump them.
I know that feeling. You know, one day I ended up when we lived in. We had several acres in northern Arizona, and the same thing. People just dump animals, and we ended up with 25 different animals, from horses to turkeys to cats, dogs, chickens,
Oh
you name
yeah.
it. I was like, what? I ended up with a farm. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be careful. Those barn owls will definitely take out a cow, a cat. Right? Amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely, I agree. They're just so at peace. Just look at them. Amazing, majestic. Owls are so beautiful. Now, talk about patina cannabis. Look at this. Wow. Tell us where we are.
Around a couple corners and about 2 miles down the road. It's an interesting barn with the way it's built, and the drive where the barn sits, the house is on the other side of the road. That's the actual gravel road, and they have to cross the road to get to the barn. But it's a landmark. You can see it quite some distance away.
Wow, that is so beautiful. I agree. Try. I am over. Isn't it beautiful? I agree. Bryce Hader says that is a nice barn, and wow, just the classics, right? You got it. If you're gonna have a barn too, you almost have to paint it the barn red. That's for sure. And I'm assuming this is a working farm. I can see that.
Yes.
That's right. Oh, wait 1 second. Wolf of Gaia. It is a great pace for a hootenanny. That's funny. Do they ever have? Do, that's a hell of a barn. You're right, God, cannabis. Do they ever have any kind of dances or parties or get-togethers there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Right, but I agree, guys. It hootenanny. That's awesome. Oh, right. That's right. It is Footloose 2.0. That's funny. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but boy, you're right, you guys. That is so true. Oh, amazing. I agree. Amazing. And that gorgeous, gorgeous picture. I love roses. This is so beautiful. Is this in your garden?
This was a potted plant that the wife picked up
Wow.
that summer. We had that summer.
Right? Look at that. You've captured the water drops on here as well. Look at how just perfect this rose is. No flaws, gorgeous white. Wow. That is so beautiful. I missed that. Did it? I'll, I missed that. The barn. I passed by, but the barn they said even had a windmill on it. Okay, I want to see that real quick, guys. We'll be back to the road. Oh, it has a that's
Lightning
right.
rods. Yeah.
A weather vane and lightning rods. That's right, guys. Nice eyes, everybody. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Man, absolutely. Right, close-ups are pretty cool. Just kind of shows you the intimate details of the most beautiful things that you might just say, oh, that's pretty. But when you get close-ups of these, it's just amazing the details you can see, the veins in them and the drops on them, the shading and the colors and the tinting from the beautiful yellows to that bright, beautiful white. Amazing. What made you think I've got to stop and take this picture?
Just the dew. When I saw the dew on it.
Right. Right. Just screams at you. That's kind of a good thing, to ask you. Um, I guess it's kind of an inspiration or something just kind of catches your eye. And do you always have your camera set up ready to go?
Not not for a while because of this problem with my spine, but I used to. I'd have them set up and ready to go and sit on the porch and watch for opportunities.
How awesome. How beautiful. I'll tell you, you are a magnificent photographer. And I really love that you have that beautiful eye ready to go, guys. Right? No filters. That's right, you guys. No filters either.
No,
This is
ma'am.
just old school camera, too. Absolutely
I
amazing.
my photographs, I scale them to 1/4 of the original size for two reasons. Uh, one, they won't print as
Oh,
good print, but and that it's also smaller file to transmit via the internet when I do that. It's compared to about 5 to 6 megs. It's usually around a little over 1 meg when I scale them. But that's pretty much all I do to them. Add my watermark, and that's it.
right? Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Have you ever entered these into any like photo contests or, presented these at your city, your town?
Oh, I can't hear.
Can you hear me? I know. I don't know. We
Your
can't see
voice
them
is
either.
garbled.
Maybe can you try clicking out and then clicking that link and coming back in? See if that works. Hopefully we can get the situation fixed here, guys. Oh, oh, something's going on his end. Okay. Hey Terry. I don't know what I don't know what that is, guys. Well, we get to geek out on a beautiful flower. Maybe he can get that fixed for us. That was funny. But absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna let you guys just concentrate on this new one, and I'm sure maybe he'll be able to come right back. But look at this. Absolutely amazing. And I kind of wonder if this was the same version of the barn, but don't you just love the sepia on this? Squirrel voice. That's right. I don't know what that was, Troy. I don't know what that was. But you know what? We're so thrilled that he's here. Wistful, magnificent. Yes, I agree. I agree, Wolf of Gaia. Nice to see you. We miss seeing your doodles, my friend. Over there on Truth. Isn't this beautiful? It is magnificent. That's the great thing too, is just being able to change the tone of, the image, right? Instead of even black and white, I also think it's dynamic, but I really love it when we just change sometimes just the element of what we're looking at, whether it is sepia, full color, black and white, or all of the above. But it gets a totally different dynamic when you change the tone. This gives you kind of that old Western kind of thing, like those pictures that they had first and foremost when our parents were older, right? Everything, it was black and white, and then they came out with sepia just back in those days, right? It's absolutely amazing. I don't know if you can hear me, Terry. I'm hoping. I don't know if he'll be able to read the chat either. I am. I would like to just be able to. Let's see. I don't. Something is definitely going on. I can. Oh, there we go. Let's add him to the stage here. Are you with us? There you are. There you are. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Maybe. I don't know. We can see you. I don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear us now? No? Well, we are geeking out on this beautiful, beautiful image of this wonderful barn in sepia. We can hear him. That's a great thing. Oh, it was torn down. I want, let's see if it, okay, maybe we'll try again. If it was torn down, I want the wood to make simple furniture. I agree. You guys ever do that, my artists out there? Do you guys ever go and look for that kind of stuff and get barn wood and make really great stuff out of them? Okay, let's see if you can hear us now. Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now? No?
Still no sound. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy, huh? I agree, guys. I love to go get old barn wood and make all kinds of great things with them. I don't know. Like Adirondack furniture, right? But clearer lines. I agree, Wolf. I agree. So nice to see you in the chat today, my friend. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? Well, while he is working on that, hopefully he'll be able to hear us soon. We are going to move on to this next one. Don't you guys love butterflies? I'm just going to write. I don't know if we can hear you, Terry. But you can't hear me. I don't know. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I don't know what's going on. It was great. Let's hide that. Let's try. Let's see if he can come back and maybe things will be better. Right? Don't you love that? Great capture. Don't we love the angle? I agree, guys. I'll tell you, you know what's amazing is that many times he doesn't think that he's very good. And we've had so many wonderful photographers in our group, and he absolutely is phenomenal. And it's so great to see him over there on X as well, too, sharing out his work. And I'm like, he has got a great eye. Let's see. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yay! Welcome back. Hi,
I got it back.
Yes. Awesome. Fantastic. We are so excited that you're back. We are totally just geeking out, loving this beautiful capture of this butterfly. Wolf says it is a great angle. Tell us about this butterfly.
It's a great spangled fritillary, and it's on a milkweed bloom. This was in our bottom pasture down by the creek.
Amazing. I agree, Try. That is amazing, he says. Look at the contrast. I'm with you, Nancy. The contrast between that beautiful orange and that gorgeous fuchsia pink with the green background. You just nailed this. This is so beautiful. And I was telling people while you were gone, I was like, you said things like, oh, I'm okay. I don't know if I'm really that great. You are that great. You really are that great. Look at that.
Well,
Look
thank
at the
you.
detail. You're welcome. It's like tiger stripes on that butterfly. Look at that, guys. Absolutely amazing. I love it, guys. So nice. Let's see. That's right, Gaia. Implied movement in a still image. Absolutely phenomenal. First and foremost, Terry, I have to tell you thank you, because on Sundays, I can always count on you to come up with some amazing images of churches, and I just love that. So thank you.
Hmm. This is Bethlehem Church. It's um, privately owned now. There's not a congregation. It's privately owned, but it it's a few miles away from home here, but not as close as the one that I usually post a lot of, the Browersville Church, but it's very similar in design.
It is amazing. I'm always excited to see your images of your churches inside and out. I'm always wondering, is that where you go to church at? You know,
No,
no.
the one that I did go to was the Sacred Heart Church up in Sedalia, the cathedral.
Nice, nice. Yeah, everyone's loving this. You know what is great about these old churches too is they usually have, beautiful windows and stuff still in them. Just amazing. Look at the rust on top of the steeple too, just to showing you it's wonderful age.
Yep.
Amazing. You guys may not see it too, but on the top window, in the cutout of there's a plaque. There's a nice, beautiful little cross there as well too on the top window area. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I agree, Wolf. He says it's a beacon, quite lovely. I agree. Just standing, right? Standing there as a beacon. Amazing. This one must not be too far from you, huh?
No, it's not.
No. Really gorgeous. Ooh, look at this. Oh, welcome, Claw. Nice to see you over there on Pilled. Have you on the back? Oh, nice, nice, nice. Thank you. Welcome, Claw. Oh, tell us about this. Is this in the little what I want to call it, the little valley down below as well? Because you guys attract some of the most beautiful butterflies.
Um, Actually, this was alongside of the road uh, near my house. Uh, there's a spot that they have moved the road and built a new bridge, and there's a corner of this green right there, and that's where these shooting star bloom, and they attract the butterflies.
Now, did you see that butterfly, or you just stopped there and hoping that a few would show up?
No, I saw but there was many butterflies when I stopped. I just happened to get one in here. Uh, but first the flowers caught my eye, and then when I looked a little closer and seen the butterflies, I knew I had to get a shot of it.
Right. Wow. Wow. I just love your eye. I'm telling you, I think Cannabis said at the beginning of the show, guys, Cannabis Connoisseur says, man, get off the iPhone, look up, because you guys are missing out on moments like this. And Terry, you've got this down. He's like, I'm just walking by or driving by, and what you see, and the fact that you stop and take, a memory of that, take a photo of that, it is so beautiful. Now, I have a question, and I'm assuming it's a lens. I'm not a professional photographer. So to blur the background and blur the front, is that a special lens that you're using?
Uh, that was shot with a 70 to 300 millimeter Tamron lens. It has a fairly narrow field of vision, so that's where you get both the near and far blurring, and there's only a thin
That,
area where it's in focus.
wow. I love that. It did a great job. You did a great job. And knowing what tools to use makes it even better. Fantastic. Look at that beautiful, beautiful purples with that black butterfly. Gorgeous, isn't it, everyone? And I love that, this is why I say God's an artist, because if you guys don't know about contrast colors make the others pop out more. And so if you look on a color wheel, you'll see that purple and yellow are the contrast of each other. And here you have a field with purple and yellow. And by putting them together, they make them both pop out. So that's why I say God is the ultimate artist. Look, he knows what he's doing. Wow. This is so beautiful, Terry. Oh my gosh, it's so great. Talk about close-ups, guys. All right, tell us about this one.
This was in our bottom pasture as well. It's a monarch caterpillar, and we had a we have a few milkweeds that grow down there, and they're of course very attracted to that. That's their main food.
Wow. Now I have a question, and maybe because
Okay.
I just don't know all of my caterpillars, but how do you know this is a monarch caterpillar?
Uh, when I can't identify it, I take to the internet uh,
Okay,
and
and they know.
find out.
Interesting.
You can now with Google, you can upload a picture and it'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, way cool. Well, I was wondering, I'm like, is there something with the coloring and the spots that are on it? Maybe that's, how to know. And obviously Google knows. And how awesome is that? Because I wouldn't know to look at a caterpillar and say, oh, this is going to turn into a certain species of butterfly. I know it's going to turn into a butterfly.
Yeah,
Which kind? I don't know. That is awesome. Wow. That's right. Google Lens. There you go, JJ. I do use Google Lens for that, but not looking up stuff like that. It's usually to check on artwork. I guess it's real, right? Oh man, look at that angle in the background. Isn't it cool? I agree. And the movement, man, I agree, Wolf. Amazing. Just to be able to capture that. Now, this is something that's not going to necessarily run away or fly away, so you have a better opportunity to capture this. But what's it hanging on to, Terry?
uh, just a piece of grass, a piece of
Piece of
stick or something that a weed that grew there.
I love it though. When you get up so close, it looks like it's holding on to a tree or something, because it makes it look so much bigger. Right.
Yes, this was
Oh,
shot with a macro lens.
wow. That is unbelievable. I love that. With the blurred background, just makes this so dynamic. The coloring on this is beautiful. So talented. Just amazing, my friend. Just amazing. Now you must have lots of these in your life,
Yes,
in your yard,
this was in my front yard.
right?
She's very pregnant and decided to rest for a while.
See that? You can see her sides. She's very pregnant. She's like, yeah, we're gonna lay down right here. Don't you love it? I have several in my around my home too, and my husband puts out feed for them as well, in the back pastures, so that I guess I get to enjoy them. And I love it too because it's just kind of a sanctuary and there's no animals. It's kind of surrounded. It's like a beautiful little glen surrounded by trees, and we have it fenced off so they know nothing's going to bother them. You know, the dogs came and get to them there. And so when they come like this, and then they come back to show me the babies, you know, I'm like so happy.
Yeah, we have several that come back and have their fawns every year, I think, to the same area. Same thing with us. They know nobody bothers them, and I put a salt
They're
block
safe.
out for them, as a matter of fact.
Nice. Nice. I love that. I'll have to remember that. My husband puts out like corn and all kinds of stuff, and you know, sweet, sometimes sweet feed and whatever, but they know. And that is so, what the fun thing is they know they're so safe in my yard that when they bring their babies, like I said, there's a glen, you know, I have a big huge tree and there's a glen underneath it, and then surrounded by trees, and it's so safe. These babies are just running around, and one of my mama deers this last spring had twins. So I got to see the twins kind of like grow up and play and run around and chase each other in this little glen. I was like, oh, like it was
Yeah, it's
such paradise,
wonderful.
isn't it?
Mm.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, you do? You feed corn chops to our deer and the Canadian geese. I bet you do, Nancy. Right? It's funny because they're always on the lookout. Their ears are always, you know, checking out what's around them. But when, you know, when you can bring your babies to just let them freely play and find a sense of peace, there's just nothing like it in the world. I'm happy to provide that kind of environment. I bet you are too. Now,
Oh, yes.
a question: how close were you? Because I know if you got too close, you probably startle her away. So how close could you get to this mama?
I was probably 50 feet, 60 feet away from her. They're very tolerant of us. Even the dogs, they're tolerant of the dogs up to a point.
Really amazing. You know, I see videos where there's dogs and they come through the doggy door. They come in the dog, you know, and they brought a deer home as a friend. You know, there's, I don't know how real those are, but the deer and the dog have made friends, right? Can I bring this in? It's funny. Yeah, that's awesome. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Ooh, I love this. I love the lines and the curves of this road. Tell us about this one.
This is U Highway just north of Coal Camp. Uh, this silo is enormous. Uh, we could see it from, if I go to halfway around the block, I'm elevated enough that you can see it, and it's about 6 miles away. Uh, but here it's maybe a half a mile from my point where I took it.
And you can see that. I really love that you captured the car in this piece because that gives you, you know, an inkling of the size of the silo. You know, it's unbelievable. And the lines, everything about this, you line this up right. The lines on the road, the lines of the silo, the lines of the fence and the power lines, guys. Everything about this, and I love lines. You guys know that. Just is so
Mm.
pleasing to me. And I really love the curve of that road, right? Just awesome. Amazing. I don't know if you thought of that when you took this picture or but usually there's something
Yeah,
it's like, "Oh, I see something."
yeah, that was kind of part of it is the road leading towards the silo. It takes a hard right left turn before you get to the silo. Uh, but it caught my eye, the wavy road and along the fence line, like you said.
Mhm. Right? I that's what catches my eye, you know, is this kind of composition that we're looking at here, right, guy? It says perfect composition, the lines of the road, the fence, etc. Draw the eye to the silo and back again. Exactly. And you have to understand, everybody, when you're a photographer, you are sitting and positioning yourself just right to capture this moment. A lot of us just might take the phone and click, 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 but I don't see that. He's out there with real cameras, making sure he captures this. That's the artistry in this. It just is mind-blowing. I love it. Great job on this. That's right. Perfect go-kart heel. Right? Yeah, it could be. I didn't even think about that, right? How awesome. Round and round, circle through the image. Exactly, Wolf. So good, isn't it, everyone? So good. I don't know how you captured this. I'm going to let you tell us.
This was using a macro lens, and it too was in our bottom pasture.
And it didn't fly
I'm not
away?
quite.
I mean, wow. Go ahead.
I'm not sure what kind of dragonfly it is, but some kind of a skimmer.
Wow. Wow. Look at how beautiful. Look at the detail, the mastery. And I know that he didn't create this, or I thank you, God, for the beautiful mastery in the wings, from the hues to the little, almost just absolutely beautiful little, square little whatever. I mean, you know what I mean, guys? It is just like this patchwork of beauty. I don't want to call it a spider web, but you know what I'm talking about, right? There's just so many beautiful lines, squares, everything is just gorgeous. And this dragonfly did not fly away. He was able to capture this majestic image. I am just like, wow. Now I'm going to check what you guys said. Like the biplane designed by God. That's right, Gaia. That's what I'm saying. It's unbelievable, the detail in this. That's right. That is right. I'm blown away. And I just love the tinting of this too. It's like fractured glass, it's like stained glass in a way. Is it, I wonder if people saw this and decided they wanted to try to capture something like this and make stained glass. I don't know who the first, person that said, hey, let's make stained glass. But this kind of reminds me of that, right? The wings from this gorgeous coloring, and it's just how it goes from light to dark and then into the clear and then into white and then back into clear. God's the ultimate artist, everyone. And Terry captured this. Wow. I agree. I just geek out over these kind of things. I love the macro and the micro. I'm always amazed at the details of certain things, Absolutely beautiful. That's right. The iridescence of the wings is so cool. How long does it take you to get set up to take a picture, Terry? Or is it just you capture it like right then, right now? You better be set up.
I just was walking and carrying my camera, just looking for something to take a picture of, and he landed on that stick and just stayed there, and I was lucky enough to catch him before he flew off.
I am just amazed. This is what I love, guys. This is the artist eye. I'm just walking, ready to go, enjoying the beauty of the nature, and voila, God drops this in my face, and I'm lucky enough to capture it. That's
Exactly.
Awesome. That's awesome. Right? That's right. The photographer and camera become one, Wolf. Man, I agree. I call it the artist eye. Is when you see the world through the ideas of art, whether it's photography or a painting or a sculpture, but you see the world in something that's like, oh, I want to create that, or oh, how was that created, or oh, look at the details of this. I call that the artist eye. Phenomenal piece there. Oh, the babies are in town.
This
Is this
was
from
on
the
our
pregnant
farm
mama?
night. Pardon me?
Was this from the pregnant mom, or just you probably don't know?
I'm not sure if it was hers or not, uh, but this was again taken from basically my front porch, and he's going across the dam of the pond. At the right side, the end of the dam is where I've been putting the salt blocks out for them, and they've got a hole dug probably 2 feet
Right. Uh-oh. All right. Bambi, that's right. It is Bambi. Oh my gosh, I love it, Nancy. Love the baby fawns. Oh heavens.
I lost the audio again. Hang on.
Yeah. And he'll be right back as we are geeking out on this. Don't you love it? I love, oh, man. I can't. I love the colors of the fall, but I also love the spring because you see all the baby animals come out, right? And there are beautiful colors that come out in the spring too. But I just love it when the moms feel confident to bring them back, and to show up. Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, I
Yep.
got you now.
Awesome. Love it. And you guys, if this doesn't make you want to go see Bambi, maybe that's what you should do. Speak of the macro. Look at this. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen bee
Hardworking
wings,
bee.
right? And it didn't fly off. I'm telling you, God loves you. I swear to you, because he's like, oh, he lets you capture these moments. I get close to something like this and they all just fly away. But look at the pollen that he also caught. It's all over the bee, all over its legs. And look at the wings. Wow. Where were you for this one, my friend?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Where was this taken?
In our bottom pasture again.
Right? Somebody could do a painting of this. I'll tell you what, that would be unbelievable. But look at the detail. Wow. I am just floored at what you capture. I have to sit here and go to a bigger screen so I could just geek out on this for a few minutes, everyone. Hey, Kim, nice to see you. My land. Look at the pollen. It's just all over, right? All over his face, all over his legs. Look at the translucent wings. Man. And did you get stung? Taking this, Terry? Probably not. That's pretty close.
I didn't get stung.
No. Right? I agree, guys. Just amazing. Let me grab your guys' comments. I'm so busy myself, just staring at these amazing photos, everyone, because I have I have different tabs and I can go to a different monitor and I can see it on my big huge screen in front of me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, isn't this incredible? I agree. It is a magnificent shot. Man. Okay, we got a picture spelling. I love you, girl. Kim is not in the house. Nice to see you, girl. But she says that's right. It's incredible. And wow. Right? Right. Unbelievable. Magnificent. I don't want you to ever say that you're so whatever. You are a magnificent photographer, my friend.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Where are we, Terry? Look at this.
This is the Osage River below Truman Dam, which is the beginning of Lake of the Ozarks. and this was taken from a boat.
Amazing. And he's eyeing you out too. He's like totally staring, like, what's up? Sitting there majestically, going, all right. Look at that. Look at the coloring too. Oh my heavens. I think you're interrupting feeding time, but it's all right because this is just totally worth it. Magnificent. Okay, ask Terry if he's over. Okay, I do. All right, Terry. Nancy, or her on the group is Sound of the Last Trump. She wants to know if you're open to let the artist paint some of your photos.
Absolutely.
There you go. There you go, Nancy. Reach out, and if you want to paint one of these pictures or photos, guys, reach out to him at TVBare at Truth or X, and just let him know, right, that you want to do that, and I'm sure you guys can work that out. But that's fantastic, isn't it? It's glorious and perfect. I agree. Absolutely gorgeous. You guys, thank you so much for your beautiful compliments. I appreciate that, everyone, as much. I know Terry does too. And that's awesome. Ah, there she is. Cindy is in the house. Cindy Leach, nice to see you. Right? Another great photographer in the house coming to support our own. She says, wow, I'm so glad to catch some of these great photos. That's what she says. Nice to see you here, my friend. You had an American pelican land on your lake last year too? Really? Look at you guys, are so lucky. There's something about Missouri, I guess. You guys are super lucky. And then she says that she will reach out to you later. Awesome. Look forward to that collaboration, guys. Amazing. You were so good at this. You were so good at these moments. Oh my gosh. Tell us about this.
This praying mantis, I watched him for a while before I took this picture and let him get to a better spot. And when he came over the top of the leaf, I figured that was a good time to go ahead and capture him. Uh, it was a macro shot with the macro lens.
Mm-hmm. I just would love to see you just get, maybe one of these days have your wife take a picture of you or something, even if it's with the phone, of you in the moment of like, okay, I'm about ready to take this picture. Mm-hmm. Because I know patience, everyone, getting yourself all situated. I mean, just phenomenal. Look at those eyes. Look at those legs. You are so talented. Holy cow. Absolutely amazing. Oh, we've got other artists interested as well too. All right, Kim says the same thing. She says it's very generous of you, Terry. Thank you for allowing some of your incredible photographs to be painted by Artist Corner. Well, we love you. We love having you in the corner, don't we, guys? It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, everyone. Magnificent. And he's trying to blend in, but just look at how he was created. Look at the legs. They're like saw blades. Have you guys ever seen an up close picture like this before of their legs? Literally looks like a saw blade. Oh my God, you're awesome.
Gosh, now.
Hi, Holly. That's our other visitor today, guys. I keep saying hello to. She's being a good girl. Absolutely phenomenal. So before we talk about this one, you did a barn in sepia. And I was talking about just changing the dynamics of black and white or having something sepia tone versus full color is so dynamic. And I love that you do that with some of your photos because it just gives you a whole different feel as we're seeing right here. So tell us about this beautiful barn.
This was another find while driving back roads. I did edit this one and added a different sky in than the gray sky that was in it. Uh, so it's not quite right out of the camera. But this photograph won honorable mention in the Camp Fair.
Nice. And I was wondering about that. If you ever enter your stuff in any kind of competitions or anything like that. And yes, you do. I can see that. Can't you guys see this winning? Look at that. You know what I really love about this too? It reminds us that nature will always survive. You know, as it's literally growing through the barn. I've seen some things that say if Earth didn't have humans, I don't know, in a couple decades, we wouldn't even recognize it because nature would just take over everything again. And you can see that coming right through this beautiful barn. Amazing. And that sky is phenomenal. Absolutely awesome, guys. Isn't that right? Yep, an amazing barn that you edited. I agree. I don't know how you go about editing your photos. Is that just something you do online?
I do them on the computer, yes.
Nice. Nice. This is magnificent. And don't you guys like that he chose the black and white? I think that just makes the piece even more dynamic. Absolutely wow. Oh my gosh. Now that I have that on a big screen, that's a tarantula eating dinner. Holy cow. Oh wow, tell us about this.
It's a little jumping spider, and I
Oh, is
watched
it?
him stalk this fly for a few seconds before he caught him, and then decided to take the picture.
I thought for a minute it was almost a tarantula because of the furry, you know, ness to it. But
Yeah,
look at the eye. Good.
very small spider.
Is it really? I guess so. Compared to that fly, that makes sense now. I'm not with it, guys. Right? That fly is definitely as big as it is. Look at
Yeah,
that detail.
he'll eat good for a little while.
Right? Don't kill, photograph. That might be your slogan. Oh, look at the contrast of the red underneath too. Isn't that great? The jumping spiders are so cool. I don't know. I don't see too many of them. Right? She said spiders speak. In Arizona, in northern Arizona, we had tarantulas, and every once in a while I'd see one or two of them. They were so amazing. This little guy. Look at the eyes. I just can't even get over the eyes. On both the fly and the spider, everyone, check them out. If you're not focusing on anything else, look at the eyes on both the fly and the spider. It is unbelievable. Nicely done, Terry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, what are we looking at?
An A10 warthog. Uh, they recently, within the last year, retired the warthogs
Oh,
from Whiteman Air Force Base which is about 35 miles away from me. Uh, and now they've used a different jet. I think it's an F-22, but they used to fly at sorties and practice missions, and they were near a waypoint where they would make their turns.
How are you able to capture this so close?
I don't know why it's doing that.
Don't know either. He'll be back in just a second, guys. I don't know, Kim, if this is incredible mid-flight. You guys just bear with his internet situation. We're just so honored to have him popping in and out, but so honored to have one of our artist family members, right? So awesome. There we go. Can you hear us?
Yep, for some reason the audio keeps going scrambled, and I have to restart the
Yeah.
StreamYard.
That is no problem. We're just so happy to have you. So happy to have you. We had a question. How are you able to capture this so close up, mid-flight?
Using a 300 millimeter lens.
Nice. Absolutely awesome. I agree, guys. I would love to have his camera, right? Right? Bring me some old school camera. That's awesome. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Well done, Terry. I agree. This is so beautiful. You guys may say, ew, spiders, but they create some of the most beautiful designs I have ever seen, and everyone unique. Kind of like a snowflake, you know? Tell
Mm-hmm.
us about this gorgeous moment, Terry.
This was later in the summer, uh, and we get a lot of spider webs at that time of the year. And this was I could see it in the morning light when the sun came up, and decided that I wanted to try and get a picture of it. It was a pretty perfect web.
That is, yes. But I am just because of the dew of the morning. Look, it looks like every single line has got dew beads all over it. So it looks like it's completely made of water, doesn't it, guys? Because it's holding these beautiful drops of dew on each line. And it's magnificent. I agree too, Kim. Spider webs to me, are, like I said, are just so magnificent. They're like a snowflake. Everyone is different,
Mm-hmm.
completely created uniquely every time, and they are unbelievable miracles. I got to go to the bigger thing. And I love the focus on this too, and the beautiful shades of different greens coming through this morning light. It's magnificent. We got to get you entered into a few more contests. There are photo contests all over all the time that you should be entering because you were just amazing.
Well, I'm a little bit leery because I'm not actively taking pictures right now. A lot of these were taken within the last 10 to 12 years.
I
But
don't know.
hopefully now
We'll have
that
to
this
look that
surgery, this hopefully now that this surgery is done, I can get back, maybe shooting some more.
up,
I'm
right?
hoping.
I'm hoping we're all going to keep on praying for that. But I'm going to look it up because I still think that there are all kinds of unique opportunities for moments like this. You know, science magazines, I'm thinking right off the bat, right, guys? Insect journals, science magazines, unbelievable. These wonderful, absolutely wonderful pictures. All right, tell us about this.
This is just down the road and around the corner. This is one of my favorite barns to photograph. It sits on a hill. There's an old silo just to the right of the barn. But this was late summer again too, and caught the sun coming up with it.
Right? That is your good morning photo, everyone. I'll tell you what. Just beautiful. And look at that sun just shining on these wonderful a field of yellow little flowers, right? Such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing. Nature is so gorgeous. I am so happy you are capturing this. Beautiful. Beautiful. I know some of you guys out there wake up to this kind of stuff too. These beautiful fields, these beautiful views, right?
Yes.
This is one of the ultimate good morning photos. Mm-hmm. Do you love where you live, Terry?
Yes, I do very much. We've been here for about 30, well, not quite 37 years.
Nice. Congratulations on that. You know, that's awesome. And I truly mean that too, because when you can find a little nook of paradise, everyone, and just be able to stay there and enjoy it for that many years, that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Right? It is so peaceful. I agree. Try has a little piece of paradise as well. It wakes up to something like this. I'm glad to hear that. Very nice. This is one of my favorites. You know, it's always hard to choose, guys, which picture or painting I'm going to use as your promo, but I remember this one for multiple reasons. This one reminds me of when I had this job. I was driving, it was in North Carolina. I was driving to a school. I worked at a public school for 1 year. And on my way to this, I drove back roads to get there, right? And on my way was the one tree kind of like this, just magnificent in its own right. And the fog would always be around it. And I was like, oh, it was one of my favorite things, you know, on my daily morning drives. And so I remember when I first saw this from you, it kind of reminded me of that moment. And so it had a little personal, you know, tug at me, but this is phenomenal. I love everything about this photo. But if you want to tell us where we are, that would be great.
Uh, Hatchery Road. It's just a few miles from my house. Uh, Beyond the tree, it starts down into a valley where Hall Creek runs through. But it just looked like everything came to an end after that tree from that vantage point.
That is, I, I love it. Oh, she's growling at me now. It's okay, Holly. This is so beautiful. Just so beautiful. Don't you guys just love these lone moments? I just remember I had so much. I've was so happy because I remember when we moved here. I was, you guys, if you don't know, I was very very ill on the face of death, and we made this weird little list. And I was like, you know, that was really on my list. Like, God, I want a magnificent tree. You put one in my backyard. So when I came to this house, I'm like, oh, everything about it was on that list. And I'm just thankful because this moment is just so beautiful. It just kind of says, I am here, you know, such a beautiful piece. Solitude, right? It's just gorgeous. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. Kim the same way too, right? It just says so much. For that one solitude tree says so much. And don't you guys ever wonder too when you look at trees like this, especially when they're just huge, like how many years have you been here? What have you seen? You know,
Yeah, exactly.
the world has the world has changed all around them. Oh yeah, see, I told you, Nancy, I had to have a magnificent tree. That's right. I love tree drawings. They're awesome. Absolutely beautiful. Ah, there he is. We were wondering about you. I know he was repairing lines today. Welcome, Frosty. Nice to see you. I do. I love this tree as well. That's why I chose it, guys. That's why I chose it as this promo. It just spoke volumes. Very nice. Everyone's loving it. Oh, on to our Christmas. We're down to our last few, but I did not want to leave, and I don't know if he knew I was going to have these. But it is Christmas week, everyone. And Terry also takes some of the best Christmas images out there. And so I had to include a few of these. And I don't know where we are, but this church is phenomenal. So tell everybody where this is.
This Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Sedalia, Missouri.
There you go.
I attended this church when I was a child, uh, but it's pretty old building and beautiful, beautiful church.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is the organ organ pit up on the balcony behind the pews.
Right. I'm just looking at the details of just the wood and stuff that encompassing the organ, right? With the pipes. Look at the carvings. Look at um, the column next to it. Look at the beautiful design in the stained glass. Everyone, it is so magnificent. Somebody was really wanting to show off here, and they did a great job to honor, the beauty of God. This is gorgeous. I agree, guys. And the magnificent. How long did you go to this? All just growing up, did you go to this while you were an adult as well?
No, we're living 30 miles away, so
Right. Just needs to be right. Just a visit every once in a while. It is a phenomenal church. And they do it up right, guys, with the garland and everything. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that. I love when churches decorate for Christmas, versus just staying plain. I mean, I know the church is beautifully decorated and carved and gorgeous in itself, but, just that added touch I think is always wonderful. And speaking of that, this is another part of that. What a unique
same
eye.
same church.
Tell us about, right? What caught your eye? Was it the lines, the
The
sun, the
lines of the
shadows?
pews. Yeah, the lines of the pews.
Magnificent. Amazing. If you guys are ever in this area, make sure you stop by and check out this beautiful piece of architecture because they don't make stuff like this anymore. They really don't. I wish they did, but they don't. And I'm so glad that they take such great care of this beautiful, beautiful church. That's right. That's right, Frosty. Be the light. Be the light. That's my saying. That's right. I'm encouraging you guys every single day. Spread the joy, be the light. And that's what attracted him exactly on here is the light of these beautiful pews. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. All right. We all know him for this. At least if you're in the artist corner, you do. But you set up some of the most magnificent shots for your birds, and especially during the holidays. Tell us all about this because this is so cool.
Uh, a lot of times I would use a blind, either my son's hunting blind or a couple of natural blinds that I've built in the woods on our place, and decided that I would just spice things up a little bit for Christmas, and I regret the only thing I haven't done is a nativity scene yet. I'd like to do a nativity scene with the birds.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm assuming the blind is so they don't fly away, because that's exactly what happened. You have to literally be kind of hidden, but I think this is awesome. And the nativity would be a great idea. And what is Santa and Frosty? Because they look like they open.
They're just little
Terry,
figurines.
oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Isn't this great, guys? Don't you love seeing these, especially this time of year? I'm like, every day you're posting one of these phenomenal photos of these birds in Christmas scenes. I think this, I agree, Frosty. Of course you love it. You're in the picture. He's in. All right. Oh, awesome. I agree. I love this too. This is so awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right. And our last one, guys, is this. Don't forget to mail your letters. I got a few more cards to send out myself tomorrow, but look at this. Now, did your wife make the mailbox? Did you make the mailbox? How, that's like artwork in itself. Tell us about that.
I made the mailbox out of some scraps that I dug out of the trash can.
Multi-talented. Even the little letters, you made those, everything those yourself?
Yes.
That is awesome. Multi-talented artist in the house, everybody. Look at this. Recycling materials to make an amazing, adorable little mailbox just for his birds. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Right? I agree. What a cool idea is. Right. Oh, man. You guys, we have some amazing talent in our corner. And you know what? TVBare is definitely one of them. Terry is a phenomenal photographer. Oh, and I love this. Thank you so much for sharing these Christmas ones with us every day, by the way. They just make me smile. I love all your artwork, don't get me wrong, but this just makes me smile because I know that this is set up specially for Christmas. That's awesome.
Yes.
What happens after Christmas? Do you set it up for every season? Because the birds are probably kind of used to this, right?
They get pretty used to you. Um, birds are one of my favorite subjects, or were one of my favorite subjects, and I've got thousands of pictures of them, and I just, like I said, just decided to do something for Christmas.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Just 1 second. I agree. Um, just 1 second. Kim is saying, "We love you, Terry. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful creations with us every day." I agree. I agree. I love it when you guys share everything. I don't care if you think it's old, or it's, I haven't created anything new. I don't care. I still want to see it again. I want you guys to put something in every single day. A few of you guys do. Everybody should be. We got so many members. I don't care how many times we need to see it. I love it. And this is exactly why. Look at how awesome this stuff is. So great, right? He is a phenomenal photographer and artist. See? That's what we think of you, Terry. Our Artist Corner family thinks you're phenomenal. All right, guys, that was our last one. We are going to let Terry say a few words before we say thank you for being here. Do you have anything to say that would inspire others, just about nature or grabbing those moments, or what would you say to inspire others?
Um, just just be aware of your surroundings, and try to look at everything with more of a critical eye, with art in the back of your mind. Uh, for me, it's kind of a show and tell thing too, because I want to share the wildlife that we have here, and it it's been a pleasure.
Yes. I bugged you for so long to come on the show. Haven't I? I'm like,
Yeah,
please come on, because I think you guys are all wonderful, and you guys can see that it makes me just so happy to show off your talents. It's truly such an honor for me. I can't tell you how much I love each and every one of you, and you are truly one of, one that we love so much in the group. Most of you are, but you're so active and you're so beautifully in your communication and love for others in the group. I cannot tell you how much that means to me and the others. I'm very, very grateful to have you as my friend and to have you in our Artist Corner family, just so you know.
thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. I'm sure I'll see your post in the corner. And I cannot tell you again, thank you so much for being my guest tonight.
You're most welcome.
All right. Love to Holly and your beautiful wife. You'll be in our prayers,
I
my
will.
friend.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Have a good night. You're welcome. That was awesome. If you guys didn't get to see his photos in the beginning of the show, I encourage you to go back and look at them. We are not done, everyone, and please just make sure that you keep him in your prayers. We love him so much, and we are hoping and praying for a speedy recovery. So, you guys, it's going to be a little different here on Art Night, because before I get to art highlights and tips, we are going to have a slight commercial so we can say goodnight to YouTube. I hope you guys have a beautiful night over there on YouTube, and we'll see you tomorrow as we are honoring the awesome Norman Rockwell. But we are going to have a small commercial as we say goodnight to YouTube, but we're going to continue streaming over here on Rumble, Pilled, and X. So we'll be back in just a minute. But if you guys have not seen them or know about them, one of my greatest affiliates is the Goat Farm. This 19-year-old makes amazing products, and you guys can get a special discount by using this link. And we'll be right back.
Not only supporting locals, but living chemical free. I mean, it's just been years and decades of poison in our systems, and